Okay, we are going to do the woven wagon stitch. It's got a couple other names, but let's get to it. So you pull up through one of them. You make, sorry, you start by making a circle, and then you make 5 lines. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go from there. So you come up, and then you go down through. And you do that for all 5 of them. If you're doing a smaller flower, you can go ahead and do less, like you can do 3, or if you're doing a bigger flower, you can do 4. You could do 7 or 9, depending on how big your flower is. That would be a pretty big flower, but you could do it. So you're just gonna keep coming up through here. And then making sure to go down in the same hole in the middle. Two more. An important note is that you're going to use a longer piece of floss than you normally use because you're going to need the whole thing to wind around it. Once we get started, I'll show you what to do if you do happen to run out of floss, how you can fix that. Okay. All right. And then what you're going to do is come up anywhere right next to that hole where you've been going in. And then we are going to start weaving. So you're going to go over this one and under this one, pull it through. You're going to go over this one, under this one, pull it through, over this one, under this one, pull it through. So you're always going to skip one. And you're going to go all the way around, over, under, over, under, over, under. A little tip I've learned over time is when you're doing roses that are next to each other, so maybe you're doing like a wreath or something like that, sometimes it's difficult to get the needle under, like, because it's so long, it's difficult to get it under without poking into the next flower. So there is a little hack I've learned for that. And what it is instead of going needle side first, you're going to go eye side first. So you're going to go like that. And what happens then is it's just less sharp. So it's less likely to catch on one of the flowers that are nearby. Or I'm sorry, one of the any of the stitches of the flowers that are nearby. I mean, I guess it could be the flowers nearby depending on how you look at it. So you just keep going like this all the way around. You don't want to keep too much tension on it because if you do, it tends to build up instead of out. But if you want like a big fluffy flower, then you might want to make these little circles a little bit tighter, and then you can get that big fluffy flower. Some wagon wheel stitches, some are woven wheel stitches, they have like 2 circles. So there will be a circle like this, and then there will be an inner circle where you fill the inside with something like French knots or whatever, beads. You could do all kinds of stuff in there. But even though it's a circle within a circle, so it's not like one closed tight circle, it's still the same idea. You just want to go over, under, and that's what keeps all of the floss together. And it's also what helps give you your round shape, but also keep the round shape. So that's something that's helpful to know. It gives you a lot more like leeway to do whatever you want with your roses and your flowers in general. It doesn't have to always just be a tight little rose. If I'm trying to fill in space with flowers, I do like to use the 3-pronged wheel instead of a 5 one like this. And if I'm doing one of those bigger wheels like I was talking about with the ones in the with the circle within a circle, sometimes I will use 7 of them. It just all depends on what kind of look you're going for, how much room you have, all that stuff. So you're just gonna keep winding round and round and round. It's kind of tedious. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Round and round until it starts filling in the ends. If your lines weren't exactly even, you might have some extra like on one side of them. I don't know if you could tell I have some there, but I like don't have any back here on this one because this one was a little shorter. There are some hacks for how to get around that, and I can show you real quickly. So to finish off, let's say it was really tight, what you're gonna do is, actually I'll just do it on this side so you can get a better view of it. To finish off the rows, what you're gonna do is you go over this one, under this one, but instead of going under it, you would stitch under it. And then you would just turn it over and tie it off. So one of those hacks I was talking about is, since you're going under that one, you just come right back up near that hole where you went under. So let me see if you could see it. Nope, not there. So you would just come right back up, and then you would go over one, under one. But instead of going under, you're gonna put it all the way through the fabric in that one spot. And then we're gonna come back up through the fabric right next to it. So it's like you went under it, but you went through the fabric. And then you can keep going over that one, which is the tight little one, and then under. So there's all kinds, and when I say under again, we're gonna stitch under it and pull it through. So there's all kinds of ways to customize this stitch and make it really work for whatever project you're working on. Yeah, I hope you like it, and let me know how it goes for you. Thanks.